There is a word in the English language for fear, a word so old, so strange, so woven into the bones of the language, that most native speakers use it every single day without knowing where it comes from. I promised you this word last episode. Today, you get it. But first, I need to tell you something about fear itself. Because fear is the one emotion where choosing the wrong word doesn't just sound unnatural. It kills the story completely. 5 words, one ancient secret, and a memory trick built from the most frightening 2 minutes of one person's life. By the end of this video, very scared will be gone from your vocabulary forever. I want you to close your eyes for a second. Actually, don't. You need to read this. But imagine it. You're walking to your car late at night. Empty car park. Bad lighting. And you hear footsteps behind you. Close. Keeping pace with yours. Are you very scared? No. Your whole body has changed. Your breathing is shallow. Your legs want to run, but your brain is still deciding. Every single sense you have is turned up to maximum. You are not processing words anymore. You are processing survival. Very scared cannot live in that moment. It's too small. Too school textbook. Too page 47. Now think about a different fear. You're about to give a speech. 300 people. You're standing backstage. Your notes are in your hand, but you can't read them because your hands won't stop shaking. That's fear too. Different shape. Different texture. Or this one. You're on a plane. Clear sky, smooth flight, and then, with no warning at all, it drops. That stomach falling. Heart stopping. White knuckle drop. That lasts 3 seconds and feels like 30. 3 different fears. 3 completely different experiences. Very scared covers none of them. English has a word for each one. Let me give them to you. Say every word out loud. This is non-negotiable. Your mouth needs this just as much as your brain. Word. 1. Terrified. I was absolutely terrified. Say it. Terrified. This is your first replacement. The safest, most universal swap for very scared in everyday English. If you're in doubt, use terrified. It means deep, consuming fear, the kind that takes over your whole body. She was terrified of what she might find. I have to be honest, I was terrified. Notice that second sentence. Short, direct, confessional. This is how native speakers use terrified, not to describe someone else's fear from a distance, but to admit their own, openly, without embarrassment. That vulnerability is what makes terrified so powerful. It invites people in. Word Petri. Petri. I was absolutely petrified. Petrified and terrified feel similar. But there is a crucial difference locked inside the word. Petrified comes from the Greek word for stone, petre. To be petrified means to be turned to stone, frozen, unable to move. And that's exactly what it describes. Not just fear, but fear that locks you in place. She stood at the top of the diving board, completely petrified. I wanted to speak up in the meeting. I was petrified. You can feel the stillness in those sentences, can't you? Petrified isn't running. Petrified is rooted to the spot. When fear freezes you, this is your word. Word 3, dread. I was filled with dread. Now we slow everything down. Dread is not the fear of something happening right now. Dread is the fear of something coming. Something you know is getting closer, and you cannot stop it. The dentist appointment tomorrow. The difficult conversation you've been avoiding. The results you're waiting for. She opened the envelope with a feeling of pure dread. Every Sunday evening, he felt that familiar dread creeping in. That last sentence. Sunday evening dread. The weekend ending. Monday approaching. Every single person reading this knows that feeling. Instantly. Completely. That's the power of the right word. It doesn't just describe an emotion. It finds the people who've lived it. Word 4. The ancient one, aghast. I was absolutely aghast. Here it is. The word I promised you. Aghast. It sounds strange, doesn't it? Almost old-fashioned. Almost like it belongs in a dusty novel. Not a modern conversation. And you're right, it is old. Extraordinarily old. It comes from an Old English word meaning to frighten, to terrify. The GH sound at the beginning is a ghost of the original Old English pronunciation, the same ghost you hear in words like ghost itself. So aghast literally carries a ghost inside it. But here's what makes aghast different from every other word on this list. Aghast isn't just fear. It's fear mixed with shock, with disbelief. The feeling when something happens that is so wrong, so unexpected, so awful, that your brain cannot process it fast enough. She was aghast at what she saw when she opened the door. The entire audience sat aghast as the news broke live on screen. I was aghast. I didn't know what to say. That last sentence, 5 words, and you feel every single one of them. This is the word most native speakers use without knowing its history. Now you know it. Now you own it. And when you use it, you will sound like someone who doesn't just speak English. You sound like someone who has lived inside it. Or I've been on edge all day. Last episode, I gave you an idiom on cloud 9, and it changed everything. Today, I'm doing it again. On edge is not dramatic fear. It's not a single moment. It's the low, persistent hum of anxiety that sits underneath a whole day, a whole week, a whole situation. Ever since the argument, things have been tense. I've just been on edge. I don't know what it is. I just feel on edge today. On edge is the fear that has no single cause. The nervousness before something you can't name. The hyper-alertness that makes every small noise feel significant. And it is everywhere in native English conversation. Not in dramatic moments, in honest ones. In the quiet admissions between people who trust each other. Are you okay? Not really. I've just been on edge. That exchange. That exact exchange happens millions of times a day in English-speaking countries. And now you can be part of it. Every episode I give you a day. A good day. A bad day. A day of anger and injustice. Today I'm giving you 2 minutes. The longest 2 minutes of someone's life. They are in a hospital waiting room. Someone they love is in surgery. The clock on the wall moves like it has forgotten how. The night before the surgery, they couldn't sleep. Just dread. Quiet, heavy, creeping through the dark. This morning, when they arrived and saw the hospital, they felt it physically. They were on edge, every sound too loud, every face a source of information they weren't ready for. When the surgeon came out to explain the risks before going in, their mind went blank. They were petrified, frozen in the plastic chair, nodding without hearing. Sitting here now, every minute that passes brings a new wave. They are terrified, not of one thing, but of everything, all at once. And then the doors open. The surgeon's face tells them something before the words come. They stand up, and whatever is said next, whatever it is, they receive it aghast, motionless, speechless. Too much happening inside to let any of it out. Dread, on edge, petrified, aghast. 2 minutes, 5 words. In the order that fear actually moves through a human body. You won't forget them. Your challenge this week. Think of something that scared you. Truly scared you. Big or small. Real or imagined. A film. A moment. A feeling you couldn't explain. Write one sentence in the comments using one of today's 5 words. I read every single one. I reply to every single one. One sentence is all it takes to make a word yours forever. Come and claim it. Today you learned 5 words that replace very scared and sound the way real English actually feels. Terrified. Deep. Total. Consuming fear. Petrified. Fear that turns you to stone. Dread. The fear of what's coming. Aghast. Ancient fear mixed with shock, with a ghost inside it. On edge. The quiet hum of anxiety underneath everything. Next episode. Very sad. And I want to warn you now. One of those words is so beautiful, so precise, so painfully perfect for a feeling you have had 100 times but never had a name for, that some people, when they first hear it, feel something shift, not just in their English, in themselves. If this helped you today, subscribe, because every single week we take one small piece of real English and hand it to you completely. No textbook, no very. Just the words that actually live inside the language. I'll see you in the next one.